Welcome back to Crooked River Homestead, everyone. My name is Brenda. My husband Tim and I are building an off-grid homestead from the ground up. Today I have another pantry haul for you, things that we are stocking up, changes that we're making to improve our health this year. So that's affecting what we put in our pantry and in our bodies. And I am not doing the pantry challenge that most people are doing this month in January. I prefer to just track how much I'm using and how much we're using, and if I find that I'm buying too much of one thing, then I'll back off and kind of manage my inventory that way. Am I perfect at doing my inventory? No. But I don't want to challenge myself, I guess, to see how many meals I can make out of my pantry. We already incorporate a lot of the meats that I've canned. We do incorporate in our daily meals along with all the other things that we stock in our pantry. So for me and for us, that works. If you want to learn how much you're using by challenging yourself to just eat from your pantry for the month of January, then I say go for it. But we have worked hard to build up our pantry, so I don't want to deplete it, especially with my upcoming surgery, hopefully in a couple months. We're probably going to be relying on the pantry quite a bit. So I'm going to get you turned around here and show you what we got and what we're changing. I did get some more of the V8 from Sam's. This is such a good deal compared to the grocery store. It was $13.98, and this is a 24 pack of the larger cans, and you pay double. You actually pay double at the grocery store. They charge like $6 for a 6-pack. Also at Sam's, we were almost out of plastic food wrap, and this was a good deal. It was $8.68, and there's a total of 1,000 square feet between the two boxes. This is going to last us for years. We really don't use that much of it, but sometimes you just need a little plastic wrap to cover your food. And did get some more of the Nature Valley chewy fruit and nut granola bars. There's 48 bars in this box, and it was $14.98. And I had already ordered this box when Tim told me that he didn't want to eat them anymore. He wants to make his own, and I'll show you why. And this is why. It contains bioengineered food ingredients, which is something that we are really reading labels for and avoiding those foods if at all possible when they do contain those ingredients. Plus it contains soy. So not a fan of the ingredients, and we're going to try making our own. I was happy to see that our grocery store Hannaford had these Nature's Promise red lentil pastas back in stock. They have, at least not in our Hannaford, they haven't had them. And my stock, I actually ran out of what I had, so I've been having to order some Barilla gluten-free pasta through Amazon. So these are back in stock. They're the same ounces, 8.8 ounces. So I got the red lentil penny pasta and also the spaghetti. I got a couple of those. They're $2.29 a piece, which is actually cheaper than when I was buying them before. They were $2.69 a box. So glad to see them back on the shelf. Maybe they've been on your shelf for a while, but it's the first time that we are getting them back. And also at our grocery store Hannaford, got some of this Stonewall Kitchen red raspberry jam. It is quite expensive. It's $6.99 for, let's see if we can, yeah. There we are. 12.25 ounces. And the ingredients are clean ingredients. There's no high fructose corn syrup in there. And I definitely need to make my own, give it another try. I don't know, about a year or so ago I had tried, and the inside of the lids looked like they had mold. So I'd like to try it again. I love getting the raspberries from Azure Standard. It's a great price for some frozen raspberries. Also at Hannaford, we got their store brand of the baked beans. These are 16-ounce cans, and they were $1.19 a piece, which is actually cheaper than a couple months ago. You're going to hear Tim. He's working outside doing stuff while the weather is nice today. It's in the low 40s, which is awesome. These were $1.19 a piece, so I got 2 of those. But yeah, what I was saying is in November, they were $1.50 a can. And so we did try them at that time because we had never tried the Hannaford brand, and we did like them. And also replenishing some canned spinach in the pantry. These were $1.19 a can. I got 4 of those to beef up our stock. We only had a couple cans left. Also got a couple more jars of the Ragu Simply sauce. It's really just a plain tomato sauce. It was $2.50 a piece. There's no extra sugar added, and there's no, non-GMO ingredients or bioengineered ingredients. So I do like to buy this sauce. It's basic, but you can add your own herbs to beef it up. Also got another jar of peanut butter for Tim. And this is a 40-ounce jar, so a pretty good size jar, but it has gone up. They did have it about $1 cheaper. It was one of their special deals for a few weeks, but I guess that deal's over because it was $4.75 this time. And from Sam's, we got some more of these organic mushrooms by Giorgio. They are 4-ounce cans, and you get 12, and it was $13.28, and definitely cheaper. I mean, organic, you can't beat it for that price. If you're getting a small can of mushrooms from the Dollar Tree, you really have to read your labels at the Dollar Tree, because a lot of their food products come from China, and that's definitely a no-no in this household. So happy to get these back on the shelf. We had about 3 or 4 cans left, so didn't want to run any lower than that. And I did, 4 jars had a great deal around the holidays, and I really couldn't pass it up. Just really replenishing some of the lids that I've used this past year, which really isn't much because I haven't been able to do any pressure canning, but I have been able to do some salsa and some jam. The deal was I bought a box of 50 of the wide mouth lids, and for $20 or $19.99, and they gave you 72 free lids. 72 free lids. That's awesome. So I think you had a choice on the size that you could get for the free lids, and I got like the combo. So I have 3 boxes of the regular mouth, and there's 12 lids in each box, and I got 3 boxes of the wide mouth, and they also have 12 in a box. So happy to get these in stock. I'm still working through some of the ball lids that I had purchased during COVID days, and to be honest, when I run out of those, this is the brand I'm going to be buying. They are awesome. And so one of the commitments that we are doing this year is getting rid of plastic in our storage containers. And yes, I did buy some plastic wrap. But we really don't use that much, and I may explore alternatives for that as well. So I did purchase, these are larger Pyrex dishes. This is not Pyrex brand, but they're heavy duty. You can use them for baking or in the microwave. And they do have some snap-on lids, and these are plastic, but you do, if you're going to be heating them up, the container, then you don't use the lid. So I'm retiring my Rubbermaid containers. Not throwing them out, because I'm sure Tim can use them in his shop, in his garage, you know, to store screws or whatever little doodads he's got in there. But, and I may even use them for some things for the chickens, but they do have a purpose still, but not for our food. And also at Sam's, I did get this Copper Moon coffee. I really love this Hawaiian hazelnut flavor. This is it's a big bag, 40 ounces, and it was $19.98. It was on sale. Well, just a little bit more expensive than the one that I was buying at Sam's, but I'm just happy to add this to our coffee supply. So slowly we're going to be getting rid of the plastic in our kitchen. I do have some mixing bowls and a strainer in my shopping cart for Amazon, stainless steel. Just trying to get rid of, and then I will get rid of the plastic bowls and the plastic strainer that I do have now. Just making small changes, small steps, a little bit at a time, and because whenever the budget calls for it, kind of thing. But we're still slowly stocking our pantry, restocking. Let me know what your changes you're making to improve your health this year and what you're adding to your pantry. I want to thank you for joining me today. Please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you did. If you've already subscribed, I want to thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.